What is up, guys? It is Who Needs Meta, except I'm behind the camera, and this guy is on
Yeah,
that
I've been
side.
playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, and he's not been, which is weird. Normally, I talk about the game, and he actually plays it.
Yeah, it's the other way around this time.
I just siphon off his knowledge and pass it off as my own.
Yeah, that's what it is here, too. No, just kidding. I am not the expert in REDU, but we are here to show you Machina gadgets for the REDU format, which, for those of you who don't know, is September 2012, but before Abyss Rising. This is a profile that's done well. The deck has done well at locals recently.
Yeah, I've been like doing. I think the deck is better. So when I did the tier list, I was like, this could move up. I promise you, it can move up.
This man's trying to make it happen.
I'm trying to make it happen.
So this is a locals report, but also like I think you're trying to do like a whole bunch of REDU deck profiles before the RRC in February.
Yeah, so we'll talk. We're gonna do as much as we can with the format, but 6 gadgets to start off. You don't need 9 anymore. So yeah, 2 of each. You just don't need 9.
Rip the third ones.
Yeah, you can kill people faster because you have this card.
You get that card now. Yeah.
You get this card, so you can kill people faster. You don't need an Intengu either. I mean, Utopia is fine. But yeah, you don't need anything beyond that. You have these guys, which are...
Okay, so we have the gadgets. Now we have the Machinas.
So 3 of these because it's the best card. I've seen lists like later formats go down to 2 and then even like 1 where it's like not an engine anymore. It's just like having a guy. Yeah, it's like the chain summoning stuff that you see like Vegas and Hat.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, this is like the chain build where you play like 1 of these and 1 of these. To,
well, that's not what we're doing here.
No, this is like the full package because these are the best cards in the deck. The gadgets are just like a way to get to this. And people always like, it's important to remember that if you have like 1 of these guys in your graveyard, you can just pitch a gadget, like 2 dead gadgets if you open the rainbow, which I've won games opening the rainbow.
The rainbow.
I've won games, so one of the games I opened red, yellow, green, and I pitched 1 of them for Fortress, summoned the other one, which ate a Veiler.
Yeah.
And then the third one started the cycle. So they all did their job. They all got there. And then you have Cannon now.
Which is just better than Force.
Hold on. So give me a second. So...
Oh, what?
We don't play the Force. We're talking about the difference.
Oh, okay.
So this is summonable. This is not hit by deck dev.
They will side against you.
Yes, you do have the deck dev part because you hit the 6 gadgets.
Wow.
Deck dev importantly does not hit this card anymore in this format.
Oh, that's good to know.
So deck dev doesn't hit this card anymore. So you still get to keep this.
Fortune debuff.
It hits all of the gadgets. It hits Maxx. Spoiler, I play Maxx. So it's worth considering. Is like, do you need like a stall card in certain games, or are you expecting DDV? Now, Chaos Dragons, I don't see siding DDV. I don't in my own build. But Dark World's 100% do. Yeah. Some of them even main it because it slaughters windups. It hits every monster in that deck, unless they main Thunder King, which most 50/50.
And there's not a generic 2K plus Dark XYZ yet, is there? For rank 4s?
For rank 4s, I don't
Maestroke's
think so.
Too
no,
low.
Maestroke is too low.
Is Pappy a dark?
I think Pappy's light, I thought. Yes, light.
Okay, so no one can just make crazy box deck dev.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
That is your... Right now, this... I haven't summoned it yet, but I've also never been deck dev. So, I think maybe the first time I get deck dev, I'll go to this, but I do want to, like, mention it as, like, a thing to, like, consider of, like, why you would play the
Are you just on 1 regardless, though? One?
Yeah, we're just 1. Just the 1. Yeah, you don't need any more than that.
Interesting.
I have had the need for the second one come up, but it was fine. We talked about, and then, yeah.
2 Trag.
So, Trag, besides the Maxx, so Trag is actually, like... Trag is really good, like, on his own. It helps you make Shockmaster in certain matchups where you go... They attack, you go... Drop Trag, summon Gadget, pitch the Gadget, steal their level 4, make Shockmaster.
Yeah. That's,
like, a very real play, but Trag is, like, big enough on his own. You just have to, like, be smart because I play 14 traps, about what...
Don't set your whole hand in them.
Well, not necessarily that, but, like, what you're setting. Because, like, do I need to set the card? Because I also play Road. So, like, to protect that stuff. So, like, do I need to set everything?
Just keep track in mind when you're planning your back row out.
Yeah, because, like, you could be like, okay, because this guy being big, you just have to keep in mind the attack threshold and stuff. And then, obviously, the rank 4 access is good. It's, like, better than Kage. It prevents game shots, and it gives you something to draw off of this. I do not play the Gores. I'll talk about that later.
No Gores.
That's it for the monsters. That's it.
What was that, 17 monsters?
Something like, yeah. This guy, because it's the best card, you need to just be able to put gadgets back. Although late game, a lot of times you're going to be putting, like, Gearframes back just to, like, if they're at low life. Like, I just want to draw either the big guy, Cannon, or Force, whatever you would decide to play. and then you need to draw that or a Gearframe to get there, and that usually like wins you the game. Then you just like wouldn't put the gadgets back. A lot of times you can put back one of each. I've done that before. You put back extra deck monsters.
2 duality.
Yeah, you can't play 3. This card is just, it's the card. Trinity.
Yep.
And then 3 MSTs. And then the one card, so I played it at 40 the first week. So the first week I played the deck, I played it at 40, and then I went up, because like, normally you play 41 in this deck, just because,
every card pluses, so you can
it's
afford.
not that, and like you're, I know some people hate the logic of, you are adding extra cards to draw gadgets less.
Yeah.
Like, you're decreasing the odds of opening multiple. I have lost games where I've just, like, drawn no monsters, but, like, it's rare enough, especially with the 2 dualities, where you're not going to hit, like, a guy, and then you need those plays to go off. So the 41st card right now is one Forbidden Lance. I like this to have a battle phase trick in games 2 and 3 against Decree decks. As well as, like, because, like, with priority gone, back row is, like, so much more prevalent. Like, if you're like a Tengu player or an Edison player and you like, wow, there's so much more bottomless in this format. And it's like, yeah, because priority's gone. So it's like a thing to consider. So like back row is going to be more prevalent. I heard like the Edison Club podcast, they were talking about like Sam's being better. And like, I don't think they mentioned it, but it's like, yeah, because Ignition priority's gone. And that deck doesn't really have like too much of an Ignition priority thing. Because like, Inishi is already during either player's turn. Right. And then the other ones like Iroh and Zanji are all battle effects. So yeah, like that deck's more prevalent and stuff. So
yeah, like Hyperion and Chaos Sorcerer used to just be the easiest possible outs.
Yeah, so now you just like don't have that as much. So yeah, you only have one sword too. So yeah, trap decks like are just like better without priority. So that's just why I decided to go with the Lances 41. And then again, there are decks that can side Decree. So yeah, you get 2 of these in this format, which is pretty sweet.
Yep, 2 Torrential.
These are all your summon stopper guys. So 2 TTs, 2 bottomless. I am playing these. I don't know how I feel about them just yet. I did like them so far.
Is the concern that they could be too slow?
It's not necessarily that. It's just what that I'm replacing them with. Because you'll notice when we get through the trap lineup. 2 of these for the stoppers of attacks. So you got the 4 attack stoppers. The 1 road that I mentioned earlier. 2 compulse because it's like I was iffy on I'm not iffy on like playing the card. Card's insane. So what I normally don't like doing is setting this card turn 1 going first because it's a chainable card, so you don't want them to hit something.
Yeah.
But if you set Gearframe, because like if they're gonna like make a play, typically they have a space. You have 3 in this format. They're gonna space the first card you set rather than the second one. Like if they're gonna go space, make their play rather than draw, make their play, and then space like later on. Like it depends on obviously what you're playing against and who you're playing against and like the level of player. But typically they're gonna go for the first card that you set. So I will like wait a little bit and like wait for like the later game. But if you can just like bounce your own Gearframe, depending on your hand, if you're like have a trap heavy hand and you don't want to play into heavy and you just want to set 1, or if you like a spell heavy hand, this is like perfectly fine to like bounce your own Gearframe. And then that, and then these.
The Solemns.
Yeah, you're gonna play these. So that's the compulsive. Did you notice anything missing?
I'm trying to think about it because it's not Dust Shoot's not the auto include because it's banned. What else is missing?
I cut these.
Oh yeah.
These are the Mirror Forces. So I played with these the first week. I decided to go against it, just based on meta trends, and I don't think I miss it. I don't think I missed the card. When I was doing testing 41, I tested this. Yep. It was bad. I didn't like it. I've seen it played in the past. Didn't really care for it. I tested this because I was like, dang, you can make summon gadget, Gigant, get
Gearframe.
Yeah, Gearframe, pigeon, just like kill them. Doesn't happen. That's not how this game works anymore. I was like, dang, I can't wait for that to happen, and then it never did. And I was like, this card's not that good. And then the third one. There's another card that I talked about. So it's like, do I think this card, because you see it in 3s in like Inzectors, even some Gear Gear lists play 3 of it. Like it's like really popular. It helps deal with Zen mains. It helps deal with the Shining, just like a bunch of stuff. It helps deal with like all the Xyz in the format. You can make this card miss timing with if you do it at Chain Link 2, if you're playing against a Gear Game matchup, so they don't get the little floater. I just don't think it's good enough in this deck, and you want to diversify your trap lineup. You can go like 1 Mirror Force, 1 this. You can cut the Mirror Forces entirely and play this if you're like it has to be 40 kind of person. Because like I said, the play of it like with with Gearframe is good, but it didn't serve the purpose that I felt. Compulse in testing wasn't like so good that I was like, man, I gotta play
all of it.
I gotta play all of it. You don't need 3 of these. Geargia most likely does need 3 of it. You don't. This card and this card. So I actually did make the Ray and win a game.
What?
So I could have made it twice and won twice, but I won in an easier way in the other one. So I was playing a game pre-tournament against Sam's, and I dropped a big Trag. So I dropped big Trag, and he had 2 guys, and he's like, man, this beats over every rank 4 that I can make. So he made Excalibur, and then I made this, and made Excalibur go down to 1,000, because this card is not once per turn.
Yeah.
The other game, he had a Fortress. It was against the Barbaros deck. He had a Fortress, and I made Gigant. I was at 12, and I made Gigant, and I intentionally put it in attack, so that when he attacked over it, I'd be at 1,000, and this threatened the game. I ended up just like drawing like my own Fortress and like being fine, so it was okay. Like I didn't.
But the thought was there.
But like I was like, I can win with this too. But I was like, you don't have to work for it. I'm not gonna BM people IRL.
That's funny.
Yeah, this card is a staple. Good against Cast Dragons and Agents.
Beasts.
Out to Spirit Reaper, put Zenmains in attack, but like if you think about it, without like trap cards, you just like set Spirit Reaper, like dang, I'm gonna ram this Fortress into it infinitely.
Yeah.
So you could just like kill it. There's like card troopers and stuff that you don't want them to like put in their graveyard. Lights and Ducks and Cast Dragon matchup. It's just like playable. This card, if you want like game shots you can steal games. This because I side deck Rivalry and you have like a beater under Rivalry, so this is 25. This card, because it's big, we talked about this. You can make this. I've made this more than I thought I would.
Fortress or Fortress Trag.
Especially because like I mentioned the Barbaros deck a bunch of times, but with this, them you can being like take their Fortress and stuff. Yeah. Like with your Trags, take their Fortress, and like if you don't have any cards in hand, you just like don't care because like you put a trap deck. You can set your whole hand if you need to. So I've done that before. Then that plays around that. Then you can just like make your own. This card.
Because you could technically Reborn a Veiler.
And it's the Road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Road. But yes, I do side deck the Veiler. I side deck Veiler, so you can make this. And then I have room for this. No one else does, but I do. So I, again, with Geargia, being able to contact with that. Machina Geargia Karakuri, Barbaros plays the Fortress and stuff.
Yeah.
This card, I've made this like more than half of the rank 4s in this. Actually, I've made this more than I've made the second Gigant. I will say that. Like, it comes up, like, a surprising amount.
Okay.
Side deck, 2 of these. They're fighting against Geargia. You side out the Maxx and you play this. And you going second. I mean, you just keep them in against windups regardless, but, like, especially going second, you just, like, need something. You need something, especially because you're not playing Chain. Third one, all the hand traps.
Dark World.
So, this is my one flex spot. I haven't run into any, like, goofy OTK decks like Heretics.
Scarecrow, because you can search it.
You can search it off Gigant. You can reuse it off Gigant. That's the important part. I haven't had a matchup where I've wanted to side it in yet. It would hurt my soul to cut the Snowman for this. But it's so obvious if you're setting like what it is against like Hero Beat and Dino Rabbit. It's super obvious what this is. And I went up to 2 of these in the side for because like this is good against Hero Beat, so you don't need like another thing because this is good against that deck. But being able to like contact out and stuff, you do have to worry about is a light for like Super Poly.
Oh, against heroes.
But they're not going to side that in.
I was going to say, would they side Super Poly?
They're not going to side that in against you. But if they're not, you never know. Because like it gets rid of Fortress because it's an Earth, and it's an easier way to deal with that card.
Yeah, I could see them Super Poly.
If they do. So I like this, but this is like a flex spot. If you go to like a big event and like the stupid Gishki garbage thing takes over, the deck's not good, but like someone's gonna be like, whatever, just like one draw. Because I'm pretty sure they make you draw your whole deck. I've never had the combo done to me, but I'm pretty sure you like draw your whole deck. So you're
it's a deck out strategy.
Yeah, so you're guaranteed to like see it. 2 of these again. We talked about Shining. You can like kill Christia with this and stuff. I don't know. I just think this card's like important. Light Pulsar misses timing and stuff, and like Red Med is big. This is disgusting in the mirror and against Geargia. Anything that plays Gearframe, you side deck this in. Any obviously like the level 4 decks. This is bad against windups. Like don't side this in against windups. It's just not good. At least in my opinion. But I like this card in your like rank 4 decks. So Rivalry, we've debated between this and Gozen Match. We've like talked about it. Like Gozen is better against Samurai because like Xian is dark,
Right.
Shadow I believe is dark, and then like all their guys are like a bunch of different attributes. So like, I don't know, it's different. And then I just feel like Rivalry is just like better because it's better against Rabbit because they'll like you can still make Pearl, and technically Kachikochi, but they don't have room for that card. If you go Saber Sources, so they'll like technically have the room.
Oh, under
and
Gozen.
then Merrowgeist I believe is water.
It's water.
Yeah, so if they can like, yeah, so they have room to like make guys if they, because the Cobble Holes are water, so they can technically make these under Gozen. So this is like better than that, and then they can still go Rat, Rabbit, Temtempo's Target the Earth, Soul. I think there's like Earth rank 3s that you can make.
Yeah, Soul is Earth.
Soul, Silver Mountain and stuff. So there's like, Rat into Rat, a Rat into Rabbit, into that where this like kind of like stops them from doing anything. With that, so I just think this card's better, and then you just have like
Card's good.
you have a 2,500 guy that pops cards against the Samurai matchup. You should be fine.
Yeah.
And then 2 of these, 'cause it shuts down. God, I don't know how much of the format. Injectors can't play, like a bunch of stuff just like can't play. So like,
And you can run it without really hurting yourself too much.
yeah. So you can like pitch 2 guys from your hand and summon Fortress, like the 2, or you could just pitch the cannon from your hand and summon Fortress. So it doesn't really hurt as much as you think. And it obviously stops your pop guy effect with Fortress, so you have to keep that in mind. But, like, if your opponent isn't playing the game, like, yeah, the card's, like, it's a blowout in certain matchups. There might be something else that might be better than it, but I just think it's worth being a blowout. But, yeah, that's the whole list, 41 cards. I'm really happy with where it is as of right now. I might keep playing it, but I got some other stuff that I don't want to play at locals. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Cool.